Hey, how's it going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Got some news regarding Dragonball FighterZ and some news about how it's going to be brought over to the Switch. Now, this is very good and very cool if you're a Switch user. I'm glad that this game is getting, brought around to different consoles and things like that. But on September 27th, the game is going to release on Switch, but there's going to be some different added things to it, including this extreme type, which is a new mode that makes inputting combos and powerful moves easier. This is something that they saw. I'm not sure if this is just for Switch or something that they're going to release everywhere worldwide, but I think I know why it's only being put on the Switch, if it is something that's put on the Switch only. Now, the Switch might be a little bit harder to input different things for different attacks and stuff like that. You guys know it's a little difficult to get down the attacks in certain characters and certain ultimates and attacks. It might be a bit easier to have this new mode put in for the Switch users. I'm not sure exactly how they're doing cross gameplay for this game. This would be something really cool to do that, but I would see that this extreme type game mode kinda isn't fair if you're a PlayStation user or an Xbox user, because then you know that the Switch users are going to be able to put in codes and things like that easier for their ultimates or their supers. So maybe, during those cross gameplay matches they don't allow that or something. That could be an easy way to get around it. But basically they did this to allow people who know about the Dragon Ball FighterZ game, that know that the inputs can be hard and it'll be difficult on the Switch. They did this to, and what it says in this article, attract relative newcomers. So you'll know that inputting the supers and things like that will be easier on the Switch, which is really cool, and I'm glad that they're going to be doing that and making it easier for the Switch. Hopefully cross gameplay gets brought in at some point or another. It probably won't, just because of that console difference, and that playing on different consoles is a little bit difficult, especially in a fighter, because you know that certain inputs are going to be different on each thing. But hopefully it's something that happens. And knowing Sony does not like joining other consoles to have cross gameplay. We've seen it in Rocket League and a few other games. We've seen that, but a lot of people are very upset right now. It just released on the Switch, Fortnite, the biggest game in the world. I mean, you gotta be dumb if you haven't heard about it, but Fortnite released on there, and we figured out that you could not use your PlayStation accounts or an account that you registered on PlayStation First with. You could not sign into your Switch account with that PlayStation account that you created originally. It's not a PlayStation account, it's the Fortnite Epic Games account you created on PS4. You cannot use that on your Switch. A lot of people are very upset about it because they're considering that kind of like taking data from Sony or something like that, and Sony is not having it. So basically people have to restart all over again for the Switch, even though I know if you go to PC it works. So it's something against Switch, or maybe they just haven't verified with the Switch people yet. And from what we've heard from the interviews with Reggie, they do not care about it. Nintendo isn't going to them to ask anyway. They're like, first off, we're just trying to make good games in here first. If Sony wants to stop being dumb and open up to the idea of it, we'll do it. Basically kind of what happened exactly. I don't know. Also including early access version of this game, get the Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. I mean, we already kind of could see that coming. The console versions did the same thing, having Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. So if you never got those right off the bat because of not pre-ordering it or anything like that through the console versions on like the PS4 or the Xbox, you can do this now on the Switch. Or just unlock them naturally. I think it's like 100,000 Zenny, I think, to get them like that. I'm not sure. Or some things with the Battle Tower. I have a video on that and how you can get Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. It's a bit further back, but there are actual ways you can unlock them. If not, if you just get this game early access, then, I mean, there you go. You can get that. But they also said they're packaging a copy of Dragon Ball Z Super Budokan, which released in the Famicom in 1993. Now, a lot of people probably don't know about this game, but this was actually a really, really huge game, and I think it was actually released on Nintendo consoles as well. So that was pretty cool to see that return. I don't really know a whole lot about the game. I know that it was a huge game though, before there was the Budokai series, there was games like Super Budokan and, you know, Super Sonic Warriors. There were games like that. There were the big Dragon Ball games of those time. I might make a video or a couple of videos talking about like kind of the history of Dragon Ball games. But this was a huge game then, and I believe it's a 2D kind of like side-scrolling game fighter, just like Dragon Ball FighterZ is. So if it's something that you're interested in, then maybe go ahead and do that. I'm not sure if this is just an added-in bonus or if you have to actually get like a Dragon Ball FighterZ Super Budokan edition that maybe costs more money. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd imagine it's just kind of thrown in, but who really knows? I don't really know what they're doing. They haven't actually shown a different version of it having Super Budokan included, but they might just be throwing that in there as like a code or a downloadable content. I imagine it doesn't cost a lot for them to just download Super Budokan. I don't think it would take that much hard drive space either. I mean, it's a super old game. I think it was before PS1 even, so it's pretty old. I think it just ran on the original NES or the Super NES, so it's a pretty old game. But I mean, it's a cool added touch that they throw in. I'm sure a lot of people, if they're really old Dragon Ball fans, that they'll really enjoy having this game. But I think that's gonna be it, guys. I think that covers just about everything I wanted to say, and hopefully we can get some cross gameplay things going on. Hopefully Sony decides to open up a bit more. You know, I play it on PS4. I would not mind at all playing with, you know, Xbox players, Switch players, or whoever ends up being on it, whoever else this this game releases on. So hopefully we'll see something like that in the future. But with how Sony is, I really don't think that's going to be a possibility. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe for more Dragon Ball Fighter content. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.